Hello, beautiful ones, sacred, magical beings. How is everybody? So I'm just settling in. I've cleansed my cards. So whenever you jump on, good evening, good morning, wherever you are, whenever this finds you. I am recording this in the portal of the new moon energy. The Virgo energy season opens with this beautiful wave of deep, divine, feminine energy, this really deep, great mother energy that's beyond any kind of definition. Been feeling her sweeping through. My right ear as well is really hot right now. So settle in. Welcome to my first Saturday Night Live, which I just thought it's a little bit of a more structured way for me to bring a tarot reading through as well, and just flow with what wants to be present. I've got other cards, I've got my crystals and my crystal ball. I'm very called to crystal magic at the moment as well. It's probably a calling from this, like this is the earthy kind of season as well, so I can really feel that calling into the body. So grab yourself a drink, get comfortable, let's have a look. And yeah, how are you all? How has it been feeling this week? Has been so intense and so beautiful, and I'm really excited to read for you tonight, and I've been really excited to share today as well, because everything just feels so alive. So welcome to this new world, because I feel like we're literally birthing the new earth. Does anyone feel like a snake? I feel like a snake that's busting out of my skin right now. It's quite uncomfortable but beautiful at the same time. So if you're jumping on live, I can't see who you are. Drop me a comment, but welcome anyway. I love you all so much. So I've got my traditional tarot here tonight. I've got a bit of a Akashic tarot clear, which I think we might start with. I'm just feeding in. Wow, I mean, the feminine is rising, and for a while it's felt like some kind of something that's going on somewhere else, and then we felt stirrings within us, and then it's gone back into shadow, and it's like, what is going on? There's something very pure that's rising at the moment, and I feel it coming from a very deep space. I'm not an expert in astrology, but I can tell you that we are in phenomenally unique and powerful times right now. Laura, hello, my darling. How are you? It's so nice to share space with you. Do you know that? I've missed you. How are you feeling? And wow. I don't even know what to say anymore. But then at the same time, there's about a million things to say. So let's just check in. Let's get comfortable. Take a breath. Relax. And this is your sacred self-care time, as we call in the Holy Spirit. Surround this blessed space. Praise to the Most High. Connecting to this sacred, beautiful earth and the consciousness of Mother Gaia Sophia. Surround this space. I can feel the nature spirits really present. Just honor our Fae family and the animal medicine as well. There is a lot going on, sister. It might be the understatement of the century, isn't it? It's like, how do we even put into words? And I think sometimes it's like words are so insufficient. Feeling into this last night, like the power in this way of sound in general and light language, because we can express things that we don't even know what we're expressing, but we're getting it out nonetheless. And you know what? It's coming to me now, actually. And I might, this is like when I released sound in a different way. my mind started to clear up a little bit. It was weird. Yeah, like almost like allowing a different sound or words or whatever out of my mouth cleared some debris that was bouncing around my mind. So that's a beautiful thing. Oh, bottom of the deck. Okay, so let's have a look. I'm going to go with the Akashic Tarot. So let's just drop in. And we're going to intend to connect to our higher self collective, benevolent guides and ancestors who love us unconditionally. Thank you for surrounding us with your loving support. And I really feel the presence of the ancestors. That's really interesting. So I looked at the bottom of the deck a moment ago, and the master artisan was there, and for some reason I carried on shuffling and then just pulled it off the top anyway, so that definitely wants to come out. Okay, so let's open this reading now, and my intention is really to open up to receive guidance for the coming week, this energy that we're in right now, moving into this last week of August as well. Yeah, wow, so much going on. So let's just feel in and see what's coming through. We've got 2 keys cards here, and keys are like authority. I guess it's like the pentacles of the tarot, our authority, wealth, our presence. And we've got the number 7 and the number 8, the ascent. So straight away it's speaking into this sometimes arduous journey, right? And we've got the Master Artisan, which is a beautiful card. It speaks to me of like almost as well the quest for knowledge, in a way, to the point where somebody's had such a deep passion, creative expression, that they have become a master of their craft. So that, to me, presents that really focused, determined, clear, creative drive. So that's a really beautiful energy. And then we've got a major arcana card up in the air, which is interesting to me because we've got these two cards where the images are like not just the sky, but high up, like the altitude of the mountain, and then being like above the clouds. That's interesting. And then a very grounded energy of the creative expression. And the number 8 as well is quite a hard it's a hard energy. It's not a soft energy. The number 8 is about completion of manifestation, but decisions, and like almost a business-like kind of energy. So that's quite interesting. I might actually get a bit from the guidebook, just deepen into this keys energy here, because it's like the authority, right? Like what has authority over our being at the moment, and where are we being asked to take back our authority in some way, and not in a controlling way, but with this kind of energy, with the creativity, the life force. How can I regain more personal authority over my very life force? So with the ascent, yeah, it's speaking into great effort and determination, and really asking us to pull out that bit more effort. And it's interesting because before I jumped on, about an hour before, I started yawning. You get that like overwhelming, and I thought, oh wow, there's a lot going on, right? And I was feeling like maybe people are feeling a little bit tired. And just when you get to that point where you're like, you know what, I just cannot pull one more thing out. And then here we are being asked to pull out that little bit of resolve. So it's speaking into our resolve, our determination. So in the guidebook, it says, though there may be some risks involved, you can reach the top. There could be a promotion or an advance to some sort of higher position, but this could also be within yourself, like your consciousness. It doesn't have to mean a physical or external situation, but it's really speaking into having the ability, like when we're often working energetically or in that kind of space as well, sometimes we can forget to acknowledge that actually we are the drive behind that. And I feel as well like with this energy, there's a little bit of an invitation to maybe take stock of all of the qualities that you have within you. My voice has been going as well for about half an hour. All of the qualities that you have within you that have got you to that top. Now, if we look at the top of this at the moment, not as some distant goal, but as where we're at now, where we're at right now. It's taken a lot to get here, right? It's taken a lot of something, and that will be different for different people. You know, but for a lot of us, it's taken a lot of consistency, and there are days when we just feel like, I'm like, I haven't got anything left in me at all. And I had a massive wave of this last year because I was still pushing myself and pushing for things, and I don't know, not quite getting it somehow. And yeah, like my nervous system had a whole like crash thing. And if I'd have been in a mindset of there's something wrong, then there kind of would have been actually. But all it really was is a build up of me pushing myself and not really giving myself the appreciation. So for me, it's about acknowledging what's got you to this point, as well as the kind of call to pull one more piece out the bag, so to speak. There is an energy with this as well. I just want to pop some incense on here, so apologies for a second. There is an energy with this as well of the kind of teacher vibe, or not necessarily teacher, but somebody who, having reached a place that they acknowledge as powerful, then able to guide others to make their own ascent. So I do feel that with this card as well. Yeah, so it's really just prompting you to examine the qualities within you that have led thus far. And it speaks about any way that it's kind of talking to your reputation, maybe, or something that you do in the world. Maybe there'll be another opportunity that comes from that. And the recommendation here is to take action. Put yourself out there and let yourself shine. There is much beauty and empowerment for you to bring to the world. So it's very much an action card. And I feel like to counteract that weariness as well, because we're really speaking into at the moment. I posted something earlier, but it's not uploaded yet, about how it's not working anymore to take action in the same way. It wasn't that in that way, but it was basically the type of action, the space that it comes from. We're being called into a different way. And I feel like the bits that are weary, that feel like we've already climbed a million mountains, there are old parts. And when we can get more in contact with what is coming rather than what is leaving. And I don't like making it future focused, but sometimes with words there's not a lot of other ways to bring it through. But yeah, you're not weary in the new space, because it's anchored. The whole point essentially is that it's anchored in a limitless space. And the deeper you connect to the new parts of self, which does take persistence, consistency, switching around the momentum. It's not an instant fix or thing. But from that space, you won't ever be weary in the same way, is what's coming through there. Okay, so I just want to pause with the Master Artisan for a moment, because it's bringing in for me this beautiful creative energy that is asking to come through all of us. We all have gifts, skills, keys, codes, things that we're not even conscious of at this time. Yeah, they're kind of buried, but we've lived them before. We have them. We have the template within us. It just needs activating. So this card indicates you now have the opportunity to offer your talents, purpose, and gifts to the world. So again, it's another card of opportunity. Making a contribution to many. Don't be shy and don't hold back what you have to share. It's not the time to hide your light under a basket. This is really important, you know. Don't be shy and don't hold back what you have to share. So this is another interest. Everything's just so beautiful right now. Everything weaves. It's just so magical, because what I shared earlier was like, there will be something in this present moment that your little quiet voice is urging you to do or try, which your mind is overriding because it seems too small, or you're like, oh no, you know, that kind of like, oh. So we don't do it, right? And then we're sitting there thinking about why things aren't happening, or focusing on the bigger thing. But really, it's about following, being present in the moment, and being willing to go with that flow, right? And just to go, oh, okay, I'll do it. Oh, okay. You know, and not resist that or block it. And I feel like this is speaking into that. Like, this is a confirmation of that message. You have something to share. We all do. We are by nature creative beings. We have creative life force pumping through us. So don't be shy and don't hold back. It's not the time to hide your light. No, this is the time to shine, smile, share, let down a barrier, think, fuck it, I don't care if I look weird or whatever, because right now we are on the tipping point of a new reality. And the way that I feel it is, the more people who just completely surrender to being true to themselves in that expression in any way, the kind of, yeah, the quicker that happens. And it's like, but it's happening anyway, so it's all good. At the same time, sometimes the thought of it just makes us want to run and hide, because things feel a bit up in the air. So it's all good. It's all good. And this is why this week, because things are up in the air, because things are a lot, there's just this huge wave. And I just wish, I honestly feel like I could just give everybody in this world a massive hug, wearing a big soft furry thing. Just feel like people just need a fucking hug. You just need to just feel the love and just go, oh, right, okay, it's okay. It's okay. Like, there's so much maternal, great mothering energy that's flooding through. And I hope that you can feel that somewhere in your life. You know, even if it's just through how nature is presenting herself right now, everything's so alive and responsive as well. So if you get opportunities to share yourself or to deepen a skill, maybe to demonstrate your gifts or perform your talents publicly, then do it. Take it. You'll never regret it more than now. If there's something there and then you walk away, the feeling inside, it just ain't worth chasing anymore. It's dead. Even if your gifts lie in the ability for loving, compassionate care, you will be sharing those gifts with others. In this period of time, you can build your reputation and take advantage of the opportunities that come your way. Is that the second time that reputation's been mentioned? Interesting. Take action, put yourself out there, let yourself shine. There is much beauty and empowerment for you to bring to the world. I love that. And it's so true, right? And it's just a massive, like, confirmation of this kind of urge to do something differently, or just because if we don't, it feels like it's just gonna something's just gonna pop out. It's a strange feeling. So let's just have a little look at this up in the air, and then we can deepen a little bit and see what the tarot's saying. Okay, the man and woman gaze with anticipation. The balloon flies high above the hills and the contents of the balloon's basket are hidden from view. During this time of your life, there are aspects of an important situation that seem hidden to you. You may feel a strong, almost urgent desire to know how it's going to turn out. Yes, you reckon? You can connect with your spirit guides in the Akashic records and ask for a little insight, but there are elements that are unknown and at this time unknowable. There is too much about this situation that is still up in the air. This could be due to the influence of others who are undecided, or some events may not yet come to pass, or unexpected discoveries are yet to be made. Trust is the only way for you now. If you push too hard to know or to influence the outcome, you may push the outcome away. Let go of all urgency and give the situation to higher infinite self, who will take care of it all. Time is required to know more about this matter, and time does not matter to your eternal self, whose power and love are always with you. For now, and indeed forever, what else do you need? Nothing but trust, the deepest knowing that all you seek will be revealed to you in the right time. And it's like, it's not always easy, is it? Let's face it. Like, for all of the reasons and with all of the things and all that the mind wants to do, it's this constant pulling it back into the heart, reminding self, that it's a new thing. It's a new way of being, to trust, to surrender, clear. Okay, so there's some beautiful, reassuring kind of energy there, like a steady, calm, reminding energy. And I can really feel this overarching presence of the feminine at the moment in a very holistic way, in the sense of the whole of her, the dark, the light, the messy. And there's also been very divine masculine codes this week. We really are going through a true rebalancing, and whatever's present within you, it will be something that's reflecting that, or something that is asking to be witnessed, maybe as part of the old construct. not necessarily old, but something that wants to be reframed. Oh, nice. What have we got bottom of the deck? 3. Okay, Spirit. So what have we got here? What's in the mix? Nice. 7. The number 7's been really present today, actually. So, yeah, we've got Cups energy, which is beautiful because it's really bringing it back into that heart, but not in a light, fluffy way. This is like the heart of the body. I'm really feeling the body with the Cups energy at the moment. Like the relationship to the body. The 7 of Cups is also about not necessarily dreaming, but wishful thinking, maybe, or maybe feeling the opportunities. There's an energy of opportunities that's come up with these keys cards, and we've already had the number 7 there, right? So there's definitely an energy of new opportunities, searching for purpose. But it's a bit like a daydreamy energy. Because the number 7, it's not all like it's a choices number. It's about mastery. So there could be control on either way. So it's that kind of, it's trying to balance things out in that way and taking the higher. It's like getting to the point where we're like, are we going to take the higher responsibility or path or choice? And it's Cups. So it's about emotions, relationships, inner world, body, in that way. There could also be an energy of illusion here, but I don't really feel that in this spread because we've also got Knight of Pentacles and it's quite efficient, responsible. The Knight is the on a mission energy, and Pentacles is all about authority, wealth, the physical in that way. And we've had 2 keys cards as well. So it's like the Knight's getting busy and there's like an energy of productivity here. And that's linking into the previous cards, which were kind of asking for us to pull out of ourselves a bit of this reserve of the natural resilience, strength. Like, think about how much effort we've put into careers and stuff in the past. And God, if I think about all that energy that I put into working for other people and really grafting in that way, and like we've dragged ourselves to this point, we've pulled ourselves up the mountain. So we've done it. We're standing on the peak, really, but things feel up in the air. Now that I'm looking at it like that, I feel like this energy here, the artisan energy, the creativity, the master creativity energy is what's going to allow us to pull the energy for this mission. The Knight's start is like on a mission, so it feels like a new mission to me. It feels like a mission alongside the new opportunities, the wishful thinking energy of this. And it's not an illusion. It's just going to take a bit of effort, a bit of hard work. But then we've got 3 of Pentacles. So we've got another Pentacles card. So this is all about, you know, kind of what we have in this world, you know, the end result of the being, right? So we don't get to the Queen and King of Pentacles if we don't know how to be, because they're masters of this physical reality. So we've got you on a mission, and you're prepared to pull out a bit of effort for something that is actually in alignment with wishes and not the old graft of the past. And then we've got the number 3, which is beautiful. We've got it's the expansion. It's the creativity aligned with others, with teamwork. So that's really beautiful. It speaks into building something. So I've got a kind of question here for you. Are you going to allow yourself to build something and open to the new opportunities here? And allow yourself to be seen and step forward a bit and find your personal authority in that true identity. And that energy's in these cards as well, of putting yourself forward. What did it say? It's not a time to hide your light, right? It's not a time to hide your light under a bushel. Okay, so tell us, Spirit, tell us what we're not seeing or what we need to know around this, and tell me more about this master artisan as well. Oh, wow. So I've got the King of Cups and the 2 of Cups. It's absolutely beautiful. You couldn't get a more beautiful response. Like, there's no kind of how often recently have the Devil and the Tower been dropping out? You ask a question and it's like boom, boom, Judgment, Devil, Tower, and you're like, okay, yeah, it's all crumbling. We got it. But here, it's so positive. Like, yes, things are up in the air, right? And the reason for that is because we can't see what's coming. And it's all a little bit, we're getting a bit discombobulated. We've dragged ourselves to the top of the mountain. We're not sure what the fuck's going on or how long anything's going to take to, how we're getting back down, how we're rolling, what's happening. Okay, or what direction it is, but we've got this beautiful energy rushing through the body of creativity. And then we go to here and it's just speaking into opportunities that have come from wishful thinking. Yes, we're going to have to put in a bit of the mission energy. We're going to have to pull a bit out of the bag. But this time it's so worth it. This time it's in alignment. This time we're building new earth. This time it's collaboration, teamwork. And what gets us here? In this beautiful portal, like, what are the helpful energies? And it's just cups, bountiful, heart energy. The number 2 speaks to duality, but it also speaks to unity, right? It's balance, togetherness. So it's another energy of, there's a nudge here, teamwork, something, maybe I can feel a little bit of vulnerability. and it's okay. But there's definitely like a thread here of partnership, of teamwork. And I feel like it's going to bring you a lot of emotional balance. You know, there's something mutually beneficial here with the Two of Cups. And the other energy, what do we need to consider? King of Cups, like, this is just the ultimate emotionally balanced, like, it's fulfillment, compassion, balance, like real mature tolerance, like that kind of energy. Absolutely beautiful. So this is nothing but like, it's nothing but beautiful. There's a real strength, and this is like it reminds me of the rose medicine. It's really subtle, or seems quite gentle. Oh yeah, you know, it's lovely. Oh, you know, that kind of. But there's always like a, not necessarily a sting, but there's a potency that isn't immediately available. And I really feel that here, because the first card spoke into the difficulty and the feeling in the body, in a way, of the climb, of the feeling of being out of control, in a way, as well. I get with this up in the air card, because it's like a complete surrender. And that's interesting, because earlier on I had this feeling of you know, if you see, I don't know, like some sort of depiction in a film or something where someone's being sucked into a hole or a vortex, and they're like hanging on for dear life at the side, but at some point you just can't hang on anymore, and you just have to let go and surrender. And we're definitely in that point where it's just too painful to resist and hang on to certain things anymore. So there is a sense of swirling out of control a little bit. But actually, if you look at this card, like both, they've got their feet firmly on the ground. There's an energy, there's a tension, but it's more anticipation. Just before the session, the dog got really anxious, not anxious, but like how he kept whinnying, and he is quite needy, but he's not my dog. I'm minding him. And I noticed that peaked literally just before. And I observed it, but it wasn't like an anxious, heavy kind of energy that he was picking up on. It was more an excitable kind of anticipation. Something's going to happen, and I feel like it's present, isn't it? It's like we don't know what's going to happen, but we know a lot is and already is. I don't know how connected you are to stuff going on in the media and all the rest of it, but really do exercise your discernment, because I've noticed it a bit more recently, because it's on in this house in the background, but they're really ramping up the kind of death. They're ramping up the anti-life. They really are. Like, it's just so they're really pushing certain agendas in the UK at the moment, and I get it, and I get how it's working as well, but it is interesting. But this energy this week is just really asking us to have, like, it's such a compassionate energy that's coming through. All I feel for human beings at the moment is a huge amount of compassion. Like, my heart is blowing open. And I feel like the more attention we give to the way things are playing out, that's perfect, unless it allows you to have less compassion for yourself and others. If it increases feelings of helplessness and hopelessness, the mother's asking you to just allow yourself to switch it off, because it's dying. It's on its way out. Yes, it's manifesting in all sorts of chaos, but this change must happen. However it looks, however that is, none of us can really control that, but we know that we're witnessing a huge purging from the body. And this is a metamorphosis. This must happen. And it's a positive card as far as I'm concerned in that way, because yes, endings can be painful, but this is what was coming through with the frog the other day. Endings and beginnings. And in that last call or at the wake, we can either choose to mourn and be really in that energy, or we can choose to celebrate what was and open to what will be. It's very difficult sometimes, you know, with certain things, especially with physical death, right? It's very difficult to, you know, find a higher perspective sometimes. It's very difficult to accept that something will be replaced by something better in many ways. But let's face it, there are certain things in this life which are unavoidable. And we always, as humans, seem to want to avoid the things that we have to fucking go through. Like, what is more taboo in this country than talking about the stuff that everybody goes through? I just don't get it. It's wild to me. It just makes everything so much harder for people. This is brilliant. You know, as the death cycle on multiple different layers and levels plays out in this world, it's the Wheel of Fortune. It's inevitable. It's a cycle of movement. It's what was once down is rising, right? The earth herself, she's rising. This is inevitable. It's an unpredictable turning at the same time. Again, speaking into the energy of unpredictability, being in, but this is like it's more in line with the anticipation and encouragement energy. It's inevitable. Just go with it. It's going to serve you. There's no fear in this reading. Oh, this is so beautiful. And we've got the Ace of Wands. I mean, Ace energy is so pure, and Wands is our energy. It's everything energetic. It's the forces of nature. You know, and a lot of us identify now, we've identified that spirit is attempting to teach us how to master energy. That's what we've come as human beings in one way or the other. We've come to learn how to master energy and bring things into form. And this card is the epitome of that. The number one is the flowering. It's the ambition. It's the seed. It's the alpha. It's the originality. Okay. And the wands, the forces of nature, like your energy itself. This is a new project. It's inspiration. It's, again, another affirmation of this message of the new, as in a very physical way. This, yes, the wands is your energy, but think about how many pentacles and pentacles cards we had, which is very much physical, wealth, authority, position, doing in that way. And this speaks into the urge to create that, the conception of it, the new project. It's another message there. Whatever it is, get it going. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you so much. And we're going to get an Isis card to close. And this is interesting as well because I ended up randomly doing an Isis pull on the last new moon. And then when the full moon came around, I was called to do it again. And I felt into that because I don't normally really observe lunar cycles as such, but I do at the moment because of the whole, like every planetary body is doing some wild, unusual, unique, spectacular thing right now. And the effect of it all is just absolutely phenomenal and magical. So I'm leaning right in at the moment. And it was interesting to me that the energy of Isis, which is really a very deep, she's like to me, she's like one of the closest. I know it sounds silly, but I don't know, like an older soul, if that makes sense. So to me, she's kind of very close to the Great Mother. They all are, but this is like, I don't know, I just feel her like an older soul, a more ancient expression of, if that makes sense. And I felt like her energy wanted to come through around this lunar cycle. I thought, well, that's really nice. It was like the organic, divine mother energy wanted to come through at that time because, there is a lot of lunar activity that's not, it's a kind of misunderstanding or a little bit less. It can be a time of harvest. I thought it's interesting that this energy wanted to come through specifically at that time. And then here we are again. I thought about doing this last week, not even connecting it to the moon. Yeah. So this is the perfect way to round off tonight. We connect to our beautiful feminine lineage. Let's just take a moment to honor the mothers, the grandmothers, our sisters, our family, our lineage of light, the divine feminine family who stand around us and breathe through us. And we call in all aspects as well into our awareness so that we may see ourselves more fully. And we ask Lady Isis to share with us a beautiful message, or show us what we need to know as we close out August. Key of life. Oh, yes, we'll take that. Keys. Not just in this reading either, but keys have been very relevant this week. It just keeps, I don't know, it keeps popping up in different ways. The way people are speaking about things, it's just keys. A very loaded, kind of significant energy around keys at the moment. The key of life. Key of life is the mysterious Ankh. The looped cross held in the hand of Isis. And this suggests a mystery is opening to you now. The Ankh portends new life being born through you. This is beautiful. It's really like, again, new life being born through you, creative projects, inspiration, the urge to create, the ace, the 2, the 3, the early numbers of conception and creation and balance and sharing. That's absolutely beautiful. So this could be in a creative sense, in terms of your health, anything that wishes to be born, a new project that needs to be created in service to humanity. This new life being born in whatever form will enrich your life, bringing you into more wholeness and fulfillment. Let it happen. Let it. Let it, and draw upon the incredible skills, reserves, talents that you have within you already, that you've already used to get you this far. Maybe really acknowledging that, because everything is there. There's something within you that wishes to be shared, that wishes to be birthed. So I'm going to read you a little bit from the guidebook, from the Key of Life. This comes as a blessing and confirmation that some form of new life is seeking to express itself through you now, an encouragement that you allow this to occur. Something has started to be born through you at this time. See it through, beloved. Don't let it struggle to survive from lack of attention or care, or a belief that it will not be enough in any way, or it will be too hard to handle once it's created. This says that life will prevail and your creation will come to pass. Do not give up on your creative destiny. Stay with it. You are flowing in the right direction and you have spiritual support from the unseen worlds. Yes, that is beautiful. I feel as well like a feeling of maybe something resurfacing or unearthing. This may not necessarily be something that is obvious to us. In other words, oh, in the last month, I've decided that I want to do that. It may not be something that you are obviously planning for or carving out. If not, it's something that you've wanted to do a long time. It's something that you've just keep put into the back burner. And if I'm honest, I want to talk to you about that just for a second, because what I've learned in my life, and I'm 50 years old now, so I've been around the block a few times. What I've learned in my life is that when you do things for any other reason than because I want to, it doesn't work. I've spent my whole life doing things based on something other. I never seem to get what I want because I was always basing a decision on a million different things other than what I truly wanted. So it could be what I thought I should do, what someone, not somebody telling me, because I've never been told what to do, but the way that we've been prescribed to live. Oh, I've got to do this, I've got to do that, I've got to get that job, I've got to do, I was full of that kind of energy, full of it. There was loads of reflections of that, or because it was better for somebody else, or so I thought. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. It's time to put ourselves first in every single way. If you are unsure of what your creative destiny may be, or unaware of the exact nature of the new life being born through you now, remember that sometimes the creation will be a project or object, a relationship, a collaboration. Sometimes it's a new way of thinking that is wise and heart-centered and will be available for others to draw nourishment from as an alternative to more destructive and addictive thought patterns which humans can struggle with from time to time. There is one creative process common to all of humanity, and that is the birthing of the soul light into form. So that's interesting, because it's really this energy of, she's deepening us here. Thank you, Mother. So she's deepening us with this energy of creativity, which in this form here is presented in a very physical way. It's presented as the craftsman, what we make, what we do. But the key of life is understanding that our true creativity is just through our breath and our movement and our being of who we are in truth to ourselves. When you're fully embodied in your nature, your true nature, it just radiates, doesn't it? Birthing the soul light into form. And this is what this ascension is. Really, it's descension, the divine into the body. That's what Mary Magdalene's teachings were. The divine into the earthly. It's not separate. We're not going anywhere. Then there was that depiction of ascending to heaven. But really, the teachings have always been how to bring the divine into the body. And that's what's different about now, this ascension, is that people are understanding that it's consciousness and it's coming into the body. No matter what other forms of life are being created through you now, the mystery of the Ankh reveals that you can know for sure that you are growing spiritually at this time and to allow more of your soul light into your life. What this means is that no matter what the appearance of the circumstances in your life right now, really important, no matter what, whether you feel alive with creative flow, energized, happy, or whether you're in despair as your old world no longer brings you peace or seems to be falling away, your divine soul is behind it and new life is emerging. It's safe to trust and allow this process to unfold. That's such a powerful paragraph. Like, key, absolute key, no matter what the appearance of circumstances. Keep that message all the time. No matter what the appearance of circumstances, the inner standing, the moment, the epiphany, when it really drops in, everything that I'm looking at is on a lag. It's all a result of yesterday. Right. So then if I spend my whole day interacting with that and giving all of my attention to it, then I will experience exactly the same energy in the next now moment and the next one and the next one and tomorrow and the day after. There's something very key at the moment it's pivotal. It's like pivot point of understanding, and whatever it takes for us to get that into our head, because I've had to teach myself, teach, drumming it in like I had a thick skull or something, because I've been so programmed. I've had to repeat 12 years of repeating things before. It doesn't take that long, but what I'm saying is, like, we've got to get it in there, get in to the truth, whatever it takes to pull that into the body so that it integrates, and we then have to take action on it, because it just seems ridiculous not to. So there's something really deep there. This is just pure great mother energy, isn't it? She's like, doesn't matter whether you're in the beautiful, energized, happy flow or whether you're in despair. This is the way it is. That's literally like, it's safe to trust and allow the process to unfold. And it really is. This lifetime, it really is. Remind yourself of that. Take a breath. Exhale deeper than you've exhaled in a long time. Start to really bring in a sense of truth in the statement. In this lifetime, it is now safe. This oracle also brings a special message to those on the creative path. That's all of us now, because we are learning ourselves as the essence of creativity that we all are. That's what makes a human. The life force that comes through is the Kundalini, is the creative life force itself. So we're all creative. It's just that we've shut it down, right? If you have hit a blank page or a dry well for inspiration, if you are encountering doubt in your ability to create and flow, do not despair. The Ankh promises fresh inspiration will return to you, and you can be assured that just as the Nile floods filled with life after it has receded, so too will your creative flow soon return. Your creative days are not over. They're just beginning. Type it in the chat. They are just beginning. It is just beginning. Fresh inspiration will return. Your creative days are not over. Your creative well will rise again, and you will feel youthful, energized, and full of hope and promise, inspired to create. And that's that energy that we were feeling earlier around, when we can connect to the fact that we're creating what isn't here yet. Yes, it's unknown, but within that space, there's the beautiful possibility for anything. There's no heaviness, there's no burden. So we could literally be new in every moment. Life is never over. I don't care how old you are, how old I am. I will always renew my life if I need to. Every single time the sun rises is an opportunity for renewal. We never stop learning in this lifetime. So I'm just going to close. It's just a short incantation just to close out, to bring in this beautiful protective, blessing and reassuring energy, and also to intend for it to cover the protection and blessing for any creative project or endeavor, spiritual, material, or otherwise, right? Yes, Laura, it is just a beginning. Thank you, Divine Spirit, Lady Isis. Cross of life, cross of light, protects me through darkest plight. Held within the Isis womb, new melody of my soul tune, safely held in the loop unbroken, till it is time for new life to break open. Yeah, that is so beautiful. A new melody of your soul tune. So that's your reading for tonight, my loves. I am sending you the biggest hug. I love you all so much, and thank you so much for joining. Thank you for jumping on. Thank you for receiving whatever time space this is. And yeah, just nourish yourself, moving into a really beautiful, potent time for the nourishment of the body and really a new relationship with the body in a very deep way. And I feel like it's going to be needed, because the next few months, like the next 6 months, we are really learning this. All that we're talking around now, how we be. This is the opportunity, because February next year is like a massive reset. And we're placing our stake in the ground right now. We're like, I'm here. And I'm learning how to be, and I'm learning how to be new, and I'm learning how to be true to myself, because that's all that matters on this earth. And I've come here to be happy. Thank you. Thank you so much, Laura. I love you. I don't know who else is watching, but I love you too. Thank you so much for joining me. Until next time.